Okay, a uniform meter rule is suspended from 20 centimeters as shown. If the meter rule is in equilibrium, find its mass. So we said if a meter rule is uniform, it means that its weight acts at its center. It means the weight acts at its center. So meaning that for this meter rule, the weight, which is always in newtons, will be acting at the center, which is here. So if I call the weight W newtons, so the weight will be acting at the center, which is the 50 centimeters mark. So if the pivot is at the 40 centimeter mark, that means that the distance from here up to here, this distance is 10 centimeters. So we can now go ahead and apply the principle of moments to find the weight of the meter rule. So using the principle of moments, this weight here will be pulling the beam in the clockwise direction, and the 60 newtons will be pulling the beam in the anti-clockwise direction. So the clockwise moment should be equal to the anti-clockwise moment. So the clockwise moment will be given by W multiplied by 10. And this should be equal, 10 you can change it to meters by dividing by 100. This should be equal to 60 newtons, which is anti-clockwise, multiplied by its distance from the turning point, which is 20. To change it to meters, we divide by 100. So finally, W times 0.1 will be equivalent to 60 multiplied by 0.2. 60 times 0.2. So to get the value of W, we shall divide by 0.1 on both sides. Even this side, divide by 0.1. So if you divide by 0.1 on both sides, we shall end up having 60 times 0.2 divided by 0.1. I think the answer is 120. So we shall end up having the weight as equivalent to 120 newtons. Weight as equivalent to 120 newtons. So remember, the question is asking for the mass. So after getting the weight, you don't stop there. You go ahead and look for the mass. So the mass, we shall use the formula for weight, which is weight is always given by the product of mass and the acceleration due to gravity, what we call G. So the weight is 120, and this is equivalent to the mass that we are looking for times G. So we shall use 10 as the value of G as given in the question. So if we divide by 10 on both sides by 10, finally the mass of this meter rule will be equivalent to 12 kilograms. So basically that is how we find the mass. That is how we get the mass in this case.